After days of waiting, Iran says it has sent its response to a US proposal via Pakistani mediators. According to the proposed plan, at this stage, the negotiations will focus on ending the war in the region. Earlier, the Iranian military says its chief has met the Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Khamenei. In a statement, the army said it received instructions to confront the enemy. Now, meanwhile, several attacks have been reported across the Gulf. Kuwait says it detected several drones in its airspace. Well, the United Arab Emirates says it's intercepted 2 drones coming from Iran. And Qatar says a commercial cargo vessel was targeted by a drone in the country's territorial waters. Well, earlier, Qatar's Prime Minister Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani held a phone call with Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. Speaking about the call, Qatar's ministry said the Prime Minister stressed the need for all parties to respond positively to mediation efforts in order to create the appropriate conditions for progress in negotiations and reduce the likelihood of renewed escalation, emphasising that freedom of navigation is a fundamental and non-negotiable principle and that closing the Strait of Hormuz or using it as a bargaining chip would only deepen the crisis and jeopardise the vital interests of the region's countries. He noted the potential negative repercussions this could have on global energy and food supplies, as well as on market stability and supply chains. Well, we're going to head to Tehran now and speak to Almigdad Alruhaid, who is standing by for us. And can you just run us through, first of all, what else has been reported about Iran's response to the US proposal?
Well, actually, what have been reported in the past few hours that it seems like the appropriate time for Iranians to respond to the United States is the past few hours, because the foreign ministry spokesperson Ismail Baqai spoke to the local media that right now they are their response to the United States text was sent to Pakistani, and we do know that in the past few days the Iranian has been finalizing a conclusion and reviewing the response from the United States, and also they are saying that we are focused on the 14-point plan to end this war, fully end to this war at all fronts, and permanent end to this war with the guarantees that will not gonna happen again, because they are saying basically we have been attacked 2 times in less than a year in the middle of negotiation. So this right now what they are focusing on, how to end this war, how to reach a full agreement with the guarantees from regional countries, from a United Nations Security Council, to reach a deal with all these guarantees to this war will not gonna happen again. And after that they can jump to another sticking point, which is the new reality on the Strait of Hormuz, because we do know that there is a new equation, new reality on the Strait of Hormuz. IRGC Navy and the armed forces there tightening their control and creating a new body, a new mechanism to how pass safely through this strategic waterway. And also they at the same time they are saying that we have a full sovereignty and full rights to control this strategic waterway, and it's no longer considered an international waterway because of this war, and the naval blockade on the Iranian ports. After that, they can ease or reopen to that strategic choke point in return of that naval blockade by the United States is to be lifted. So this is one of the main sticking point at this time being. But after that, they can go further in nuclear file, which is one of the main complex issue between Iranian and Americans.
At the same time, we also know the head of the Iranian armed forces met with the Supreme Leader. What do we know about this meeting, though?
Well, actually, this message just received it from local media, and the core of this message is about preparedness, high alert on all armed forces between to be ready for any kind of escalation. This message is likely it's repeated many times from the Iranian commanders, from the armed forces, from the IRGC Navy, and also from the Supreme Leader. And what is important right now, this is the second publicly official meeting between the Supreme Leader and one of the main commanders here in the country, after Masoud Pezeshkian 2 days ago met with Supreme Leader in a very rare published or announced publicly meeting with the Supreme Leader, because we don't know that Americans saying that he is not alive, he is disfigured or so, and this is kind of proof that he is in charge, that he is right now, he is engaging with all sectors, whether it's diplomatically, whether it's militarily, and also with civilians actors. So this the core of this message, that they are in high alert, they are ready for any kind of escalation, their fingers on the triggers, and they are ready for any kind of escalation when it comes to the escalation, especially in the Strait of Hormuz.
Okay, thank you so much. That is Almigdad Alruhaid for us there in Tehran.